Why is a man who is clearly almost 90 years old wearing a beanie on YouTube? Because it's Grind My Gear episode 2, peeps, and we're going to grind together today, right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host, Alan Barnes. Today we're going to do Grind My Gear episode 2. What's Grind My Gear? You heard of Fluff? He's got a great series on riffs, beards, and gear. It's called Ready to Roast My Rig. I love that show, so I decided to steal it. Does Fluff know about this? I don't know. Does he approve? Probably, because Fluff's a chill dude, and I encourage you to check out all his content. The dude is super cool. Love him. So it's episode 2, Grind My Gear, getting ready to get underway. But first, if you're new to the channel, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. This channel is kind of like Arbor Day. Arbor Day is not really a holiday, and GearGasms is not really a channel. Celebrate mediocrity. Special thanks going out to my crew at the Gear page for sending me some pictures of their gear to grind on. If you would like your gear to be ground on GearGasms, you can send me pictures of your stuff, put it in my email. The link to my email is in the description. Of course, in the subject line, put Grind My Gear. So let's get right to it. Let's get started on the grinding. Look, this dude's showing off right away. All right, Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are? Man made a photo session. I did him the pleasure of comping them together. What a gorgeous set of guitars. He's showing off. We hear you flexing on us. On the left, Fender Stratocaster. Looks like candy apple red. Looks like my first Mexican Strat. It may be one of those. Maybe saved a little money there, because moving to the next one is, oh my goodness, Gibson. It looks like a reissue. R8, R9, R0, custom shop. Oh, if it's not, it is just such a gorgeous example of a non-custom shop Les Paul. That is oof. A Taylor right next to it. Looks like maybe he replaced his truss rod cover there with something custom. Maybe. Do I smell praise and worship? I ain't judging. Why do praise and worship people insist on changing their truss rod cover? Usually they got like a little Jesus fish in there or a cross. I don't get it. Going finally to the last one. Looks like he saved some scratch here on the Epiphone. I'm not mad about it, because that is a great place to save a little money if you just want that flavor. You don't want to go full Gibson or PRS and start in the mid 4,000s. So we didn't get to see any amps or pedals. Man's got a real wood burning fireplace. Tasteful wood floors with carpet in front of it, but not too close so it doesn't catch the ember pops. A sweet set of guitars. He spent money where it matters and maybe saved a little bit where it didn't. I know this is called Grind My Gear, but I got nothing for this guy. This guy rocks. 3 songs I would grind on this gear would be Come Together by the Beatles, Dazed and Confused by Led Zeppelin, and Pieces of Me by Ashley Simpson. All right, that was lame, but we got this now. I'm not even sure where I start. Dude, this is like guitar abuse. Why would you do that? Did this guitar displease you in some way? Did it break the rules? And did you say, young man, I'm gonna go make you stand on the porch in the snow and let you think about what you've done? Or has it just come out of an amazing 80s themed cocaine rock and roll party? I don't know. Why would you put your guitar out in the snow? Maybe it's an Epiphone and it deserves to be treated that way. I don't know. Would you actually put a Gibson out there and do that? Who is this person, and why don't they mistreat a guitar in such a way? All right, you got brick on the back of your house. Good for you. That's a nice flex there. So you might be well-to-do. The deck looks like it maybe needs a little straightening. I don't know. Maybe that's the optical illusion from the snow. But damn it, son. Snow on this guitar? I just don't understand it. I'm getting a Hogan's Heroes flashback. Perhaps it was sent to the Siberian front because it pissed off Colonel Clink. I don't know. COVID's done strange things to people. I don't know why you would abuse a guitar like this, but I am thinking about reporting this person to social services. 3 songs I would grind on this gear would be Snowblind by Ace Frehley, Cold as Ice by Foreigner, and of course, Ice Ice Baby. This man has a rig.
That's what she said.
With the pronouns, remember? I'm just gonna say man the whole time, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. Come on, grow up. First of all, when you have the Line 6, the multi-effects modeler, that beast, I'm not sure why you'd need other pedals, but the things that he has on his board are things that thing organically cannot do. And one of them is that JHS Bonsai. If you're not familiar with that pedal, it's ostensibly every tube screamer in one pedal, but he has a harmonist and a hog. Both of those are frequency generators, doublers, octavers. The guitar, man, I love it. I think it's a silver tone. Don't hate me if it's not. I so want a guitar with lipstick pickups, but I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna dink around on it for a couple hours, and I'm gonna admire what's different about lipstick pickups, and then I'm gonna put it in the corner and probably never play it again. I love that finish, man. I'm a sucker for those 50s colors, car colors. That amp though.
Loser!
Man, it was going so well. Is that a deuce or a mace? But it just seems so out of place with the rest of this rig. I don't know. Can't hate on Peavy from back in the day, despite the undercover boss thing. That carpet, I can't hate on that. There's nothing wrong here. Another fireplace. What is it about guitar players wanting to put their instruments on, in, or around fireplaces? 3 songs I would grind on this gear would be Uprising by Muse, Anything by Robert Fripp, and Convoy by C.W. McCall. This set of gear, the man likes amps that are extremely flexible.
Hello?
Guy's got some cool pedals. Guitars, beautiful. Amp choices, sweet. The color of the wall versus the color of that carpet. Jesus, son, what are you thinking? Do you have no spouse? That baby diarrhea color on the wall, I can't abide it. Another Taylor. Do we know what it is? No, we do not. Do we have to care? No, we don't, because it's a Taylor. He's got probably a Fender Stratocaster, sort of Stevie Ray Vaughan-esque there. Is that a Slash? I think it might be. It is gorgeous. He's got some little Epiphone over here in his side, and it looks like somebody has signed it. I was getting ready to bust on it, but it might be autographed. Now, let's talk about that Firebird bass, or it's a Thunderbird bass. A Firebird, they're just not for me. I don't like them on people, I don't like them on myself, but I see a bass player rocking one of these, I know he is serious and he is for real. And what I was saying earlier about amps, and he wants amps that are super flexible. Now the DSL, was that like probably DSL 20 or 40, that ain't flexible at all. But that Supersonic, that Fender, that's a sleeper. That can do a lot of things. This man got him as a Mesa Transatlantic with, it looks like an extension cap. The Transatlantic came out, I want to say 2010, 2011. It had Vox, it had Marshall tones, it had Fender. It had almost everything in it except what I consider to be Mesa tone. Rat, looks like a screamer. This man has a super sweet music room. I like it. 3 songs I would grind on this gear would be Lights Out by UFO, Mr. Brownstone by Guns N' Roses, and Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. We haven't fun yet. Let's get to grinding. Alrighty, should we bust on, let's bust on the flooring first. Looks a little loved. Maybe need to do a little touch up on your baseboard there, son, maybe. What a nice old beast. We can't even see them knobs on the back, maybe? Man, Gibson's getting back into amps. Are you excited? Gibson bought Mesa Boogie. Are you excited? All right. Now, but this is an interesting rig. He's got like a really old piece of gear, and I'm not sure what that is on top of it. It almost looks like a weird tuner. Aren't I the worst? Hey, gear guy, you don't even know what the fuck you're looking at. I know, I'm trying. Now, he has a beautiful semi-hollow Gibson. It looks sort of like a, you know, it has that Les Paul Studio vibe. I don't even hate the dot inlays, and normally I do. Oh my gosh, that Bigsby, I bet that thing plays and sounds delicious. Oh, it is. What you got? Some ghetto beats hanging there on the guitar stand. That's all right. Beats are overpriced. There's still a lot of value to be found in the ghetto. And if there's one thing that we don't need, it's another little hungry mouth to feed. In the ghetto.
Ooh, you suck.
Now, Ain't nothing ghetto about this little board. We see our friend JHS again there. You can tell from the graphics. Polytune, you got to keep it in tune. Got the Alexander wavelength. Capture 2 notes. Cab simulator. So maybe he is using this kind of as a recording rig. 3 songs I personally would grind on this gear would be Roundabout by Yes, Anything by Pat Metheny, and We Are the World by USA for Africa. Okay, now this is a murder scene. I'm convinced. Cheap carpet, cheap vinyl. It's an interesting pedal board. Looks like maybe it's a carpet sample. I don't know how stiff it is on the back. I'm guessing that your wife got this from you from the store where she used to work, the carpet store. I don't think she works there anymore because she got fired. Why did she get fired? For stealing samples from the carpet store. Does it have a second red color in there, or is that just blood that's soaked away from the top of the pile? I'm not sure. This fucking gear. You got a big, fat, stupid Big Muff. I'm not a fuzz guy, but if you're gonna go fuzz, it's a classic. I'm guessing that's a wah pedal. What's that over there next to it? I don't know. Your cable management is on point. You got the strapped down. That's kind of cool. You got a hole drilled in it for your cables to go back under the carpet piece and come out in the back. Kind of sort of neatly. It blends right in with that hideous murder rug. It works. But god damn, son, get your shit together. 3 songs I would grind on this gear would be Helter Skelter by the Beatles because of murder. Pearl Jam's version of The Last Kiss, and it wouldn't be a car accident in the song, it would be murder. And Run Joey Run by David Bell Geddes because murder.
Nice.
Well, what did we learn today? We learned that some people make some often bizarre and seemingly incongruous choices when it comes to their gear. We're all weird, and that's why we're here together. We also learned how to pick the exact wrong color for the pre-existing carpet in your music room. We learned that.
This is your mom.
We learned that for some bizarre reason, people like to photograph and or keep and store and use their guitars in front of, on top of, or around fireplaces.
No.
And finally, we learned that this whole grind my gear thing, it's harder than it looks. I'm gonna keep working on it, I promise you. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with the channel. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Tell some of your ratty ass ghetto friends about GearGasms. You know you have them. Stop hiding them. Get t-shirts. Order t-shirts. You like t-shirts? Everybody loves t-shirts. People get compliments on these t-shirts, or so I'm told. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Mick Jagger about it because the wrinkles in his face and the wrinkles on little Mick are finally in equilibrium. We don't want to tilt that ship any more than we have to.
Oh, yeah.
But play more guitar. Watch less YouTube, and keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.